got a broken monitor, but I'm going to talk and you want to fix it? Go. It's camera 9 down. Welcome to wanna-bet. It's our sports.
I might need these.
Camera 9 down.
Yep.
Welcome to wanna-bet. It's our sports betting show here on News Center Main Plus, which we do live in case you couldn't figure that out, because we're troubleshooting as we go. I'm Lee.
PCR, right?
That's Todd.
Take. How'd that go?
And
yeah?
Nope.
No?
No.
All right, we got camera 9.
There's a good chance that the TV is also off. That could also be a thing.
PCR.
I don't know where that button is. No, you just.
You want the prompter, don't you?
You just turned off the actual.
This is a cluster.
Leave it. You know what? We can do it. We can live with this. If I had to lose one thing, we're fine. I don't need no stinking prompter. I already know all the words.
Do you not want prompter, or do you want prompter?
No, we need a prompter. We make this thing up.
Here, I'll give you prompter.
I don't want.
I think this monitor
just told
is
you
off.
I don't want it.
I think the problem is this monitor is off.
We're off to a great start.
I bet it's gonna work now.
I'm just saying. I didn't need that.
Come on, come on. There it is. See? So now you have prompter up top, and we have the monitor on the bottom. That's what you wanted, right?
My man. Woo! We're hosting.
Don't worry, we got it, guys. We got it. It's
So
okay.
Here's what happens. Todd and I do the news from 4:30 a.m. when it's just the two of us. Okay, straight through till 9. Then we do Last Cup. Then we do wanna-bet, and now we are the freaking engineers of the news. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else we can do for all of you? Since nobody
Jess,
else
you got your snack?
No, this is
What
management here is eating marshmallows while we are fixing the entire station. Don't worry, management. We got it.
Thanks, management.
Thanks for eating the marshmallow.
Thanks for showing up.
Sitting there going, I don't know. I bet you they'll figure it out. What?
Do you think we should start over?
I think no.
Can we start over? I don't even think we have the ability to start over.
You know what, Todd? Since we're in charge of everything, we can do
what we want, can't we?
Hi. Thanks for being here. We had a big week last week. Wins across the board. NFL, cha-ching win. College wins. Monster tees again.
9-2.
9-2 with
9-2
on the monster tees. I told you. UFC hit last week. I mean, it was a good week.
Yeah.
But you know, that was last week's money.
I know.
That money's gone.
We got to make more.
Like, it's already gone, right?
It was gone before we made it.
Time to make more money. More money, more money, more money.
NFL.
All right, so we'll kick it off tonight.
12? Is
yeah,
it week 12?
I don't want to talk about it because I'm getting sad.
What? Okay, I know, right?
We're running out of weeks. And this is my happiest time of my year.
I hear what you are saying.
I'll be depressed for like 7 months.
Soon we're going to have to make bets on the NBA.
PGA this week, Scotty Scheffler.
Right. Right. They're in Greensboro, North Carolina. Who cares?
Victor Hovland.
I love Victor Hovland.
I know, but
Victor Hovland's my boy.
He cost me money last year.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, anyway, we're still talking football. Thursday night, the the Josh Allens against the Houston Texans. Is there any team where one player matters more?
No.
I mean,
maybe,
I don't know,
maybe Baltimore with
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
They won games without him.
Kinda not.
They're not as good. No, they're not as good without him. But I mean, every single game, he is the difference. Period.
He wins the game or he loses.
But yes, by himself.
By himself.
I mean, I don't think any team.
And this 3 touchdowns.
This is an equal testament to how good he is. He had 6 total touchdowns.
6 total, right? He ran for 3 and he threw.
It's a testament to not only how good he is, but how bad his management has done of surrounding him with literally any players.
Dude,
None.
I literally wrote that down.
None.
I literally wrote this down. Why does their defense still suck?
Yeah.
Why are they still soft?
Everything about them.
How do they not have players to win him a Super Bowl?
And what they do at the trading deadline?
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
Like, what
So the years
heck?
are just going tick, 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 and the window's going to close.
It is.
And
or this guy's going to get injured.
I don't get it.
Or he's going to blow out his knee.
If I'm Josh
he's
Allen
running
or
the ball all
Josh,
the time.
I mean, he's almost probably too nice to say anything.
Right.
If I'm his agent, I'm like, what are you doing?
I agree, 100%.
Because my client's going to get killed playing like this. And there's nobody around him to help in any way. And then trading deadline, everybody goes and gets people, and they don't.
Well, I mean, even the Cowboys, who suck.
I don't get it.
I love them, and they suck.
Upset of the week this week.
You think?
I think Cowboys beat the Eagles.
Do you really?
Yes.
Boy, I would go bonkers.
I am going to be so excied when that happens.
Liam, did you hear that? Where's Liam?
Liam's directing this. No, he's directing this.
Liam, you listening?
He's about to get rid of you. Liam's going to call in sick again.
Right.
Remember when the Phillies and the Eagles lost?
God, that was
one
of the greatest days
ever. And I go,
ever.
where's Liam? They go, he called in sick. And I go, oh my God.
Cry baby, win.
I knew Liam was going to call in sick. Hey, Haley, was Liam really sick? Haley, we need you for
No
this.
way he was sick.
This is live. We need you.
Yeah.
Was Liam really sick the day after the Eagles and Phillies lost on the same night?
Don't lie.
Oh!
Yeah, exactly.
Winner.
I'm a Philly fan. They can't handle. it.
Okay.
Speaking of
Wow.
soft teams,
We are 6 minutes in. We haven't even,
we haven't even started.
thought about making a bet.
We
Okay.
said this was going to be a short one, remember? Guess it's only like 4 games.
Buffalo and Houston tonight, Thursday Night Football. Okay, I'll go first while you
That
recover.
was so much fun.
The Texans.
I enjoyed that so
Texans
much.
defense, right? They are loaded still
They
on
are.
defense.
Yeah.
Number 1 defense in the league,
Yes.
yards per game.
Yep.
Number 3
258
in
actually.
passing yards against
Yep.
per game. Number 9 in rushing yards against per game.
That one's key.
So their defense is solid.
Mm-hmm.
What does Buffalo do well on offense? Well, they're second best offense for passing yards per game.
Yep.
Remember, against the number 1 defense against yards per game. They're the 8th best passing offense yard per game against the 3rd best passing defense yards per game. And the Buffalo Bills are number 1 in rushing offense yards per game, and the Houston Texans are number 9 rushing defense yards per game.
Okay.
The classic immovable force, irresistible object.
Something's gotta give.
Something's got to give.
Yeah.
So, here's my bet.
Okay.
We're gonna get to the bet.
All right.
I know it's weird for us to actually suggest the bets, which is the point of the show, but that's what we're gonna do. Here's what I got for you. I've got a Josh Allen anytime touchdown because I feel like that is now a cheat code, like it was with Josh
Sure
Jacobs
is.
for a while. That is definitely
That's
not
not Josh Allen, though.
Not sure who that is. Or,
You know who that might be? Is that Davis Mills?
no, that's probably Nico Collins, actually.
Is that Nico?
Yeah, because that would make sense.
Well, C.J. Stroud is still in concussion
He's
protocol.
hurt, yeah. No, that could be Nico Collins. That's
Are you
probably,
doing a Nico bet?
Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
Okay,
Nico.
yeah,
then.
that makes way more sense.
It could
Okay.
be Davis Mills.
So, Josh, it's not.
You sure?
I'm 100%
Okay.
sure.
All right.
Josh Allen, anytime touchdown.
That's crazy.
Plus 190 passing yards. James Cook's going to have at least 80 yards rushing and receiving combined.
got
Davis
80 on
Mills, who is going to be playing for C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, for Stroud.
He actually hasn't been bad.
No, he's. You know what? They're kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
because
think.
C.J. Stroud hasn't been good
Yeah.
since his first year. So
Yeah, and you know, their offense still stinks.
and
no
Nico
matter
is their
who's there.
offense and 60 yards.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you get a bonus for this, gets you up to plus 559.
Jesus, Goldberg. 559.
I know. Well, that's with the bonus.
My
So,
gosh.
if you wanted to take one of these out,
Let's
if you take out the Josh Allen 190 yards passing, because that's the one I feel the least good about.
Really?
Well, because they could run so much that he might not have to throw that
Yeah,
much.
that's true. Okay.
So if I
Go
take
ahead.
that out, it gets you plus 350, which still gets you the bonus.
Okay.
So you can do it without the Josh Allen passing yards
Yeah.
if you'd like. Either way, you get plus money, which means you get the bonus, and all those are fairly safe bets right there. So that's what I'm going with for the night. So pick which your
right,
risk
so-
reward on that one.
Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. They all seem reasonable. Pays big money. The Texans are 5-5. They're actually in a playoff spot right
Yeah.
now, which is just shocking.
And
to
the
me.
Kansas City Chiefs are 5-5.
And they're not.
They are not in a playoff
And they're
spot.
not in a playoff spot. Actually, also shocking.
As predicted.
But as you said, they do
on
it
my
with
bet.
defense. Their offense is highly ineffective.
Yeah.
Buffalo's defense, their passing defense is legit. They're actually a little better than Houston's. They're just ahead of Houston's passing defense. Look, Stroud's not playing. Mills is. It really doesn't matter who their quarterback is. Their passing game, it is not going to be effective against the second best passing defense in the NFL. But their rushing game stinks too. I mean, they've got Woody Marks. He's the 4th-round rookie out of USC. He's averaging like a little less than 3.5 yards per carry. This doesn't seem like it's going to be a game where, you know, the game flow is going to dictate like a lot of rushing yards for Buffalo. They're probably going to be playing from behind, so they're going to have to pass. They're going to be passing into that good Buffalo defense. So Nick Chubb, they've got, he's degrading as we speak. He's coming off knee surgeries, etc. I have a feeling that this game gets James Cook back on track for some reason. You know, last week it was the Josh Allen show, running, throwing, touchdown here, touchdown there. I still think that Josh will play a big role in this, on the ground especially. If there is a little chink in that awesome Houston defense, it's in that rushing part of the defense. I think you mentioned
they're ninth.
They're ninth.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's still the upper echelon of the league, but there are ways to beat them, and it's through the rushing game. So I'm going to lean on James Cook in this one. He's been really quiet the last few games. He's only averaging 71 yards per game in the last 3 with 0 touchdowns.
Oh, I know, because he was the only thing to miss last week on my touchdown bet.
Oh, really?
Because Josh Allen scored them all.
Oh, that's right.
You know, I'm like, can you just give Cook one of
Yeah.
those 6 that you got?
Yeah.
But no, it's fine.
And if Houston's defense is essentially like, you know, their passing defense is essentially 1, 2, or 3, depending on what, you know, metric you look at, I think they're going to run the ball. So I've got James Cook, 60 yards or more. That doesn't seem like that's hard to get. I also think he gets an anytime touchdown. I think he gets in the end zone this week. I also think Josh Allen does too, but we'll get to that in a second. And that pays plus 140. It's not plus 550.
Is that 60 rushing yards or 60 total?
Just 60 rushing yards. So
because my 80 was total.
Was total, yes.
So I think both of those.
Both of them,
are
I think,
doable.
are very, very doable.
No, I agree.
The over/under on James Cook, by the way, for rushing yards alone is 74.5. I also think he gets over on that. I'm not making that bet, though. I kind of want to do this plus money one. That's the 60 yards rushing and an anytime touchdown. Josh Allen, he has 7 touchdowns in the last, rushing touchdowns in the last 4 games. He had 3 last week. He didn't have one against, I forget who it was, and then he had 2 and 2 the prior 2 games. So 3 out of the last 4 games, he's scored a rushing touchdown. So I think he gets another anytime touchdown. And I also think he's going to run the ball several times again. The over-under's high, though. It's 6.5. I think that has a lot to do with what he did last week. I'm staying away from that. So I'm going to go 4 rushes and an anytime touchdown. It's minus 100, but I just want to make money. I'm not here to, you know, try to swing for the fences. I want to make money on these bets. So those are my 2 bets for this game.
All right, we move on to the New England Patriots on the road at the Cincinnati Bengals. If you don't know this, keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
A full practice on Wednesday, and this is the first time he's had a full practice since he got hurt back in, week 1 or 2. So there's no signs that he's going to play Sunday, but he does have a full practice under his belt. So that's at least worth keeping an eye on. And then watch what the line does accordingly.
Well, I'll tell you what the line's doing. I think Vegas thinks he's playing because the line went from
it was 7.5, right?
The Pats giving 8.5 points to now the Pats giving 7.5 points.
Okay.
So
they're at least hedging in that direction.
And the over/under league went from 48.5 to 50.5. Yeah. That's the Joe Burrow effect.
Yeah, sure.
So I think Vegas thinks he's going to play. So if he's in this game, you know, I don't know that it makes a huge difference. Jamar Chase is out for that stupid spitting incident. I want to swear right now because I need him in a fantasy game this weekend. my luck this year. Trey Henderson, I mean, he's their elite defensive lineman, pass rusher. Probably, maybe not the best in the league, but he's on the short list. He's out. I don't see the Bengals winning this game, even with Joe Burrow there. There's just not enough to go up against this really good Patriots defense that's playing elite right now. The Bengals give up the league worst 418 yards a game.
Their defense is so bad.
Their defense is atrocious.
There's a lot of bad defenses
They
this
give
year.
up 33 points per game.
Right there with them all.
They have the second worst passing defense, the worst rushing defense. So you got to load up on Drake May. Here's another easy bet that I think is very attainable. I've got May 220 yards passing and 2 TDs. It's minus 115. It's not plus money, but I just want to make money. That's it. I don't care if I have to put up 10 to make 7.5 or 8. That's fine. I just want to win these bets. I did find something here that you'll like. The Bengals give up the most points to opposing tight ends in fantasy football. The most. So I love Hunter Henry in this one. I think that was just him right there, timing. Right? That timing was impeccable. Impeccable. So I love him. And last week, Drake May targeted a lot. I mean, he gave him 5 targets, and he's had 5 targets in each of the last 3 games. So The only thing that they have up on Hunter Henry right now is his over/under in receiving yards. They don't have receptions yet, over/under, or play. You could play with the line a little bit. Like I like to do that. I like to play with the yardage and bring it below the over/under, and then put like 3 or 4 catches into it, and that gets me back up to like a plus 100.
Sure.
But that's not an option right now, so I'll just tell you that the over/under is 38.5 yards. I think you should go with the over/under. I'll do that bet. But I also want to do like 4 catches for 30 yards or something like that to also get. This is on Hunter Henry to get him to somewhere around that plus 100 range.
All right. The only thing that makes me nervous about Patriot receivers is it just does fluctuate so much. It could be Stephon Diggs, who's had 100 yards for like 4 games in a row now. I think it is. It could be Kayshon Boutte. It could be Pomp
Bootie's
Douglas.
coming back.
Right.
Bootie's coming back,
I mean,
so that
Matt
might
Collins
impact.
sometimes has big games.
know.
Hunter Henry can sometimes.
Yep.
So there's just so many of them. So the common denominator, though, for all of them is Drake May.
Drake May.
So I'm going to, 11 weeks in a row, I'm not stopping now.
No, you
My
shouldn't.
money's going on Drake May. I haven't lost a Drake May bet this year.
The other thing I do want to say, Travion Henderson. Obviously he's kind of separating himself from the field, but
Well,
but
it's nice that
Stevenson
nobody-
has been injured and he's coming back this week.
Maybe.
That
That was a maybe.
That was a maybe?
Vrabel yesterday said maybe. So
Okay. Well, if he's back, I would guarantee he is worked into that lineup.
Sure.
Vrabel loves passing around the food
Sure.
to the table. He doesn't lean on one guy. He didn't do it in Tennessee, and he's not doing it here either when everybody's healthy. So that does scare me if there's any kind of rushing bet with Henderson.
well, good because I have a rushing bet with Henderson.
Awesome.
So without Jamar Chase, T. Higgins is the alpha in Cincinnati. Whether it's Joe Flacco or Joe Burrow or whoever it is, T. Higgins is going to catch 5 balls all day long. So
Yeah.
I think T. Higgins gets 5 catches. I think whether Stevenson plays or not doesn't matter. Henderson will get a touchdown at some point in this game. Maybe Stevenson and Henderson both get touchdowns at some point in this
Sure.
game. They could be like
That's very
Montgomery and
possible.
Gibbs. I mean,
Yeah.
Cincinnati is that bad. And if this game goes the way it will, where you feel like offensively they should not struggle, and Stevenson's just coming back, and they're going to need him for this home stretch push. They're not going to put him at risk either. So I think even if he plays, he still maybe plays 30% of the snaps, while Henderson gets the lion's share.
Yeah.
So I've got a Henderson anytime touchdown,
All right.
T. Higgins 5 catches, and Drake May nice and conservative, 260 yards passing, which is under his average.
Right? Yeah.
Those 3 bets alone is plus 330.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of easy money right there.
Do you recall? I don't. When Henderson and Stevenson are in the lineup, is Stevenson the goal line back? I think he was.
I would say he was.
He was, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just going to say, even if Stevenson's back in there and they're splitting carries, but Henderson is the goal line back, you have a good chance of hitting that anytime touchdown.
With
I don't know.
The way Henderson plays, if he catches a screen pass
I know,
on
he
the
takes it to
5,
the house.
he could also score touchdowns.
Yeah,
so.
I get it. Okay.
Anyway, it's plus 330.
Yep.
That feels like that's safe risk
Yep.
against a horrible team.
All right.
Okay,
Tampa and the Rams.
Sunday night football right here on New Cinemate.
Yes, it is.
You can watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a suddenly on the injured report Baker Mayfield. As of
Really?
yesterday showed up on the injury report.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Bad?
No, I'm making it up.
No, is it a bad injury?
No, he's questionable. He's probably.
Is it just rest?
No, because he wasn't that way before.
Oh.
So he tweaked something. He'll probably please Baker Mayfield. He's going to play.
Okay.
Tampa Bay Bucks at the Los Angeles Rams. Hot take.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look it up, boy. You go first.
Okay.
I say the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I say the Rams are representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. Go ahead. I'm going to see.
I'm going to
see what that pays.
Take. I don't know. Something tells me the Eagles are just. They're still gonna get there somehow. Anyway, the spread in this one is -6.5. Rams are giving those points, so Tampa's getting them, and the over/under is 49.5. Vegas thinks there's going to be a lot of points in this one. The Buccaneers are struggling right now. They have lost 3 of 4 games. They have played against tough opponents. They lost to the Lions, they lost to the Patriots, your New England Patriots, and they lost to the Buffalo Bills. Baker has struggled a little bit. Maybe he's dinged up. Maybe that's the reason why. Last week against the Bills, he only threw for 173 yards. He also threw for an interception, which is something I want to talk about a little bit later in this bet right here. The Rams, they do have a really good defense. It's one of the best in the league. It's stingy. They're giving up, however, they're giving up the fifth. They're giving up the fifth least points to fantasy football quarterbacks. So, Baker, whether he's healthy or not, is probably going to have a tough time in this one. And they give up the second fewest fantasy points to opposing running backs. Now, the running back room in Tampa right now is kind of up in the air. It's like a three-headed monster. You got one guy coming back from injury. You got another guy that's a little banged up. You got another guy that all of a sudden has popped into the mix. So I don't really know how to play that rushing attack in Tampa. I'm not going to, especially based on the fact that the Rams are so good against the run. And the Rams on the other side of the ball, they're really hot. They've won 5 in a row. They're beating division rivals, the 49ers, the Seahawks last week. They picked off your boy. Who's your boy?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold 4 times.
Yeah, bad game.
Bad game. He's just not a good quarterback. I'm telling you, they're not going deep. They're not going deep. Tampa's defense is way better against the run than the pass, too, by the way. In fact, they're the 6th worst in the league against the pass. So that's really good for Matt Stafford. He's playing at an MVP level already. He's got 27 touchdowns, only 2 picks, and those picks occurred back early in the season. I think his last pick was that second pick was week 3. He hasn't had a pick in 7 straight games. So I like Max Stafford a lot in this game. I have a conservative bet for him. I've got him at 220 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. His assortment of receivers are all healthy right now. Nakua is a beast. He is healthy. And that bet is minus 140.
How many yards did you say what you had?
Only at 220.
Stafford 220 and 2 touchdowns.
And 2 TDs, it's minus 140. Again,
Okay.
I just want to make money. I have an interesting bet, though, and I'm really intrigued about this one. I want to get your take on it. Stafford, I just mentioned, only has 2 picks this season. He's playing at MVP level. His last pick was back in week 3. If you bet for him to have a pick in this game, the over-under's a half a pick. So basically it's either you're saying he's not getting a pick or he's getting a pick. He's getting intercepted. It's plus money. It's plus 129. And where's the stat I have? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the 3rd most interceptions of any team in the NFL. They've picked off 10 interceptions this year, and they also picked off, even though they got destroyed by Josh Allen and and Buffalo last week and the Bills, they picked them off twice last week. So I kind of have a funny feeling that Stafford's gonna throw an interception, and that's plus money. I want to make that bet. Also, on the other side of the ball, Baker Mayfield only has 3 interceptions on the year. He's also a very efficient quarterback, but the Rams too are a good team at picking the ball off. I think it was 9 or 10.
Week, right?
Yes, they did. There it is. They picked off Sam Darnold 4 times. That's minus money, but it's minus 117. I want to do the Stafford bet because it's plus money. I'm inclined to put them both together and parlay it for plus 315. It's kind of an interesting bet.
Yeah.
Think about it. I'm going to say right now, I'm doing Stafford to have 1 pick or more for plus 129. But I just wanted to throw you that parlay if you want to do it at home. I've got one other futures bet that I want to play with you after you do yours.
Oh, do I go?
Yeah.
Okay.
After you do yours. That's what that means.
The odds to win the NFC Conference Championship, by the way, the favorite in the NFC, Los Angeles Rams.
Is it?
I guess my take's not as hot as I thought. So
Okay.
they're the favorite.
Wait, over the Eagles right now?
They are. Plus 270
Wow.
right now for the Rams to win the NFC and go to the Super Bowl.
So that means
the Eagles are plus 275
So I have
to go to make it to the Super Bowl. And the 3rd team in the NFC? So the Rams are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
Plus 550.
Yeah. Don't even touch it.
So
They ain't going.
plus 270 if you think the Rams are going to win the NFC. I think the Rams are going to win the NFC.
Wow. That's a really good take. They
so-
might not have home field advantage though. The Eagles are 8-2.
The Rams.
Aren't they 8-2?
The Rams.
They're not going to win in
15
Philly.
seconds away from
They didn't
beating
win in
Philly
Philly
last year.
But they didn't.
But they're better this year.
Are they?
They're better. Kyron Williams is better than he was last year. They've got a complimentary running game. Blake Corum isn't awful. Their defense is better. I don't care. I don't think I don't think the Eagles are as good as last year. So
But
between
this
the
is
two
what
of
the
them,
Eagles did last year too. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's wait for that in week
we will
21
argue, we'll
when
argue
that actually comes.
When that game happens.
Well, also, the Eagles are losing to the Cowboys this weekend. So
That's
there
true.
you go. I have Matthew Stafford
Yeah.
at 220 passing yards.
Okay.
What did you have, Matt?
220.
I've got Matthew Stafford at 2 touchdowns. What did you have, Matt?
2.
But I've got Puka.
I love Puka.
I mean, Puka's averaging 100,
I love Puka.
100 yards a game. He's one of those players, and
so
JSN
fun
on
to watch.
Seattle
I
is
know.
similar in this regard.
Yeah.
And I can't really think of anybody else, receiver-wise, that fits this. You can tell the other team what you're doing, and they still can't stop him.
That's a great
like,
point.
Puka runs. He's not the fastest guy out there. He's not the biggest guy out there. He's not the strongest. So
But he plays like him.
But
he plays like him.
He does. And he apparently, and this is way out of my skill set, runs routes so unbelievably precisely, more than others do, that if Stafford throws it, if he's not there, but he's going to be in the right place at the right time. Very few times, if ever, do you see Stafford going, "What were you doing?"
Right.
Like he's always where he's
so
supposed
reliable
to be.
and so
So I think Puka at 80 yards. And
I love this.
Those are 3 little bats.
They're
not
tiny ones.
huge.
Is
and
that
it's
plus?
plus 136.
I'm doing
so
that.
So I think that is
I am going to
an
do that.
all-day bet. I do think the Rams are going to win. I'm
I do
not
too.
actually picking that on this part. So if
I
you
do
want
too.
to juice that up a little bit more,
you could take the
just
money
take
line.
the Rams to win.
Yeah.
And it gets you to like plus 200, and you make more money.
Right. I like that too. Let's play a futures bet here.
All right.
I actually, Tampa Bay, I feel like is about to go on a run. Not this week. They're going to lose this week, but they're about to go on a run. They have been dinged up big time, especially in the receiving room. I mean, their receivers, aside from Mbuka, have been. Godwin has barely played. What's up, boss? Our boss just walked by. I have to say hello. So.
Hi, boss. It's me, Todd.
He's saying I'm kissing up to you.
My God.
Just because I said hello, I'm just making. It's just a common.
Hi,
it's a
boss.
nice gesture that every human should
I'm trying
do.
to work over here. Jeez.
Anyway,
Did you see me?
I think Tampa's about to go on a run. They're getting healthy, and their schedule is so friggin' easy. Listen to this after the Rams. Let's play this, right? Okay, so right now they are 6-4.
Yeah.
They're going to lose to the Rams.
Yeah.
6-5.
That'll be their 3rd loss in a row.
No, that'll. Yes,
to the
and
Patriots,
four
Bills,
of 5.
Rams.
And 4 of 5.
Yeah.
And 4 of 5.
All right.
So nobody's looking at this bet right now.
No.
That's why I like this.
Here we go.
Okay. So they're 6-4, so they're going to be 6-5 after this weekend. Then they are at home against the Arizona Cardinals.
That's a win.
7-5. 7-5. Okay. Then they're home against the Saints.
That's a win.
8-5. Then they're home against the Falcons.
That's a win.
9-5. Then they're at the Panthers.
That's a win.
Okay. 10-5. Then they're at the Dolphins.
That's a win.
11-5. And then they're home against the Panthers.
That's a win.
12-5. Say they lose 2 of those. Say they lose one of those games. Like maybe they lose at the Panthers.
Sure.
Right? That gets them to 11-5.
11-6.
Sorry, 11-6.
But
Right.
yes.
But 11 wins. I'm just looking at the wins.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay over/under for wins right now is 10.5. 10.5. It's minus 120. Folks, I feel like that's guaranteed money in the bank, provided Baker doesn't get injured. I mean, I know futures are tough because you can't. These injury things happen. Sure. But if Baker stays healthy and the rest of their team is coming back healthy now, they're going to easily get to 11 wins, if not 12. That's a bet I'm making. I already actually made it. I made it earlier this week.
All right.
So.
Bam.
Yeah.
Love it. Monday Night Football.
Cakewalk
Speaking
schedule
of the
after
Carolina
this.
Panthers, what a Bryce Young coming out party last week.
Did he throw for like 500 yards?
Just under 500 yards.
Wow.
The Carolina Panthers are on the road at San Francisco 49ers, and this is the aforementioned Bryce Young. Carolina looks really good. I mean, Atlanta's admittedly awful, but he looks really good. Ted McMillan had a coming out party as well.
I love Ted.
Great receiver, big rookie
awesome.
receiver for them, and they can put it together offensively, and they got a nice little running game with the cut by the Cowboys, Rico Dowdle, which was great because the Cowboys have such great running. Oh wait,
Well, Williams is pretty.
that was a horseshoe that they came up with him.
Yeah, I know.
And they know it.
Yeah.
But whatever. Rico Dowdle's been good. Chuba Hubbard's been good. Bryce Young's been pretty good. So yeah, they've got somewhere. Xavier Legette showed up last week for the first time. So Carolina offense is good. Now they're on the road. They're playing in San Francisco or in Santa Clara, specifically, which is where the Super Bowl is going to be, by the way, this year.
Yeah, Bay Area.
So big game Monday Night Football. I mean, the Panthers aren't bad. The Niners got Brock Purdy back last week, and he was really, really good. CMC was ridiculous last week.
Look,
so there you go.
Speaking of getting healthy, the 49ers are getting healthy. And look out for the 49ers. I wouldn't put it past them. They can beat the Rams. They can beat the Rams if they're 100% healthy. Not only did they get Purdy back.
The Rams last week.
I know. Not only
the last second field goal.
Well, no, that was Seahawks.
No, Seahawks was last week.
Yeah.
That was last second field goal.
Yeah.
Yes. Carry on.
Anyway, Purdy. Not only has Purdy got back and healthy and looking good. Last week he had 3 TDs, no picks. First time this year, I think. George Kittle came back. He had a touchdown last week. He was a beast. And Ricky Pearsall. He was a rookie last year. He's second-year receiver. Solid receiver. Their offense is looking insane again. It is about to go on a run. Now, the problem is...
Do you know Ricky Pearsall's stats last week, by the way?
He had zero catches. No, 1 catch for 0 yards.
1 catch, 0 yards.
Look,
why do I know this? Because I paid for him in DFS.
You did?
Because I'm like, oh, he's back. He's cheap right now.
Yeah.
Let's get him when he's cheap. 1 catch for 0 yards.
That sucks. That's too bad.
Came in second place in DFS.
Oh, no.
If I had any other receiver there.
Did you get any money for second?
Oh,
not enough?
It's a season-long thing, so
right.
it did help me, but still. Whatever.
Well, so the Niners' offense is amazing now. It was amazing before these guys came back, and it's going to be even better. They have the second best passing offense in the league, and that was with Brock Purdy injured for a bunch of games. Although Mac played pretty well. Oh, by the way, who has the best passing offense in the league?
What's the category though?
I don't know. Just best passing offense in the league. Okay. I am going with yards. Okay. Yards thrown. Yards thrown.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, you got it. My Dallas Cowboys. Oh, I'm so proud of that. Too bad their defense is like the worst.
Beat the Eagles.
And so is the Niners' defense. It's not very good because they're decimated by injuries and they didn't do anything to replace anybody. So that would be the only thing that prevents them from taking out the Rams as we go down the line here. I like the 49ers in this. I'm willing to lay the 7 points. I think that they're getting healthy, and I think they're going to be a team that could potentially make a deep run in the playoffs when they're healthy, and they're healthy. So I'm going to lay the 7 points. I like CMC. You know what? I didn't look this one up, but CMC 80 total yards and a touchdown. What do you got? You know what? I should look these up. You want to give your bet?
They didn't have.
Oh, they don't have them. That's why I did look them up. Okay. Yeah. I was going to do CMC 80 total yards and an anytime touchdown. I also like George Kittle in this one too. I've got 50 yards and 4 receptions. The yardage is there. It's minus 157. If he gets 50 yards or more, it's minus 157. So 4 catches, I'm assuming, would get that to like barely plus money. Like maybe it's like plus 125 or something like that. So that'll be a plus parlay. CMC 80 total yards and a TD would probably also be a plus parlay.
Yep.
There you go.
I love the Niners. You could see a tangible, and I thought Mac Jones played extremely well. Got himself a starting job somewhere next year. Good for him if you're a Mac Jones
fan. Yeah, he's going to make some money in the offseason.
He's
getting a
he
contract.
Played very, very well, played hurt, showed he was a gamer.
Yeah.
Good for him. Brock Purdy, though, you could see that was a tangible difference with that team with him.
They're faster.
Last week.
They're faster.
Everything was better.
Yeah.
I think Carolina is good. In fact, if you remember, in my futures picks, Carolina was like one of my teams to watch. So I didn't say they were going to win the NFC
South, but
like
you said
over
watch
8
them.
wins or something.
I know.
Like that. So
I remember that.
That team is coming, and
they are,
and it's and they're fine, but they're not going to beat San Francisco. So here's the bet for me on Monday Night Football, and wait for the bonus on Monday night too. Okay, so 49ers to win. CMC with at least 40 receiving yards. Forget the rushing yards. 40 receiving yards. CMC with an anytime touchdown. And Brock Purdy to go for over 250 passing yards. That is plus 292. Those 4 things.
I like it.
So just 40 yards receiving, which he crushes that.
Yeah.
He'll have that in the first drive.
He might have it on the first catch.
Right. So an anytime touchdown. Purdy goes over 250. Niners just win. Forget the points.
Yeah.
Just money line. That's plus 292. Those 4. But wait for the bonus. If that doesn't get you to the bonus, you can do the spread, but mess with it. You don't have to go the full 7. You could bring it down to probably 3, or even 4, and that would get you over the plus 300, which you would probably need to qualify
get
for the
that
bonus.
Okay.
So just take a look at it and see how that works out.
All right, we're going to college now, right?
No, we are not, sir.
Okay.
What's the matter? Are you afraid of monsters?
I forgot the monster.
Are you afraid of monsters?
A little bit. I'm always a little
Nobody's
afraid of monsters.
of this monster.
To my surprise,
He did the mash,
he did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a
he
flash.
did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my
this song
laboratory
came
in the
back in-
No, I know the song. But
1960s.
who made that graphic? Is that part, like, is that a video from like?
We have a special graphics department on the internet
The internet?
that gave us that.
Are we allowed to use these?
Yeah, we can use
okay,
video of the
okay.
NFL. It's
All right, I didn't know.
It's on
I
the
didn't
internet.
know. Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
Let's go to the monster bet.
Liam made it for us.
Stat.
Good job, Liam. Okay, so in case you're new to the program, here's how the Monster Tease works. You can pick, and you have to pick, 4 teams, okay? And you can move the line 13 points.
Wow.
13 points. So you do it every single week. We are 9-2 so far this week through 11 weeks with this. We'll be doing the same concept all week long, and then all year long. And at the end, we'll go, look, we were 15-3 or 14-4, whatever it is. It's very hard to not end up on the plus side of this. This is a long season play.
And let me
This
just
is
throw
not
this
a
out there
short-term
also.
thing.
You can put in other leagues and games
Correct.
too into this. Like last week,
Anything with points, I believe.
I actually put in Georgia from college football into my monster bet and took 3 of the teams that you picked. There was one, I forget which one I didn't use. I was a little nervous on it, but I put Georgia in there and it still hit. So you can
it's
play
under the
with it.
teaser section, and you can move the line 6 points, 7 points, sometimes 10. And then it literally says
Monster.
the word monster, which is how we came up with this, at 13 points. So we do it every single week. It's always minus 140. So here's our monster bet for this week if you'd like to play along with us. We've got the New York Giants at the Detroit Lions. We will take the Lions at home plus 2.5 points.
Sure will.
The New York Jets are at the Baltimore Ravens. We are taking the Ravens to win the game.
Yep.
Carolina is at the 49ers, like we just discussed.
Minus
We'll
0.05,
take
by the way. That's
right.
funny.
Well, that's the actual number.
No,
It's it is half a point.
no, that's less.
It's- so like-
That's
like a tenth of
that's
a
less
point.
than a tenth of
Okay,
a point.
well there you go. Minus 0.5. 49ers are plus 6, so you're going to get the Niners, plus you're going to get 6 points. And then we've
Okay.
got Tampa Bay at the Rams, and we've got the Rams, and you're getting 6.5 points.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 for the Monster Tease parlay of the week. If you choose to partake.
I do
So-
like all of those. I am a little nervous on that Rams one with Tampa. Tampa losing 3 of 4 can't taste good in their mouth. It can't. But we did just go over their schedule, and I'm sure they're aware of who they're about to play over the final half of their season. So they know they can afford to lose this game and still, probably actually host a wild card game, at home, because they're probably still going to win the NFC South.
And honestly, if this was a 4 o'clock game or a 1 o'clock game, I probably would have left it out of this one. But it's a Sunday night
agreed.
football game. It's the game of the week.
Right.
The weekend, everybody's there.
Right.
More so than the Monday night football.
Yeah.
Sunday night football is the most watched game of the entire week, every single
Wow,
week.
that's amazing.
It's actually the #1 show on network television.
Is it really?
Every single week
Sunday
is
night?
Sunday night football.
Wow.
So it's at home.
Okay.
And I mean, Stafford's on a mission. I love this guy.
No, I know.
I've loved this guy
I
since he
know.
was in Detroit. He's one of my favorite players in the last 20 years. And to see him doing, and I love Puka. I love DeAndre. I love. Seriously.
Williams?
No, well, no, I love Kieran Williams.
What position? Receiver?
Yeah.
Oh,
but-
Adams.
Jeez, thank you,
Devontae Adams.
I'm
Devontae
like-
Adams.
So I couldn't get DeAndre Hopkins
It's all
out of my
right.
head.
Usually you have to help me
Devontae
come up
Adams,
with my words.
and he's on
I was happy
every
to
one
help
of my
you.
fantasy teams. Anyway, I love the Rams. I think the Rams,
Yeah.
like I said, are going to go to the Super Bowl. So
Okay.
that's why they're in there. So
All right.
if you want to do that, do that.
All right.
Now we can do college football.
All right.
15th ranked USC on the road against the Ducks, 7th ranked Oregon.
Yeah, spread. The Ducks are giving 9.5 points. Over under 59 and a half.
Not a lot of defense in this game.
Holy moly! I'm not playing with that thing. I don't know. Oregon is 9-1. They've had a really easy schedule. However, They've only played 3 ranked teams this year.
We've got Oregon highlights, Todd. Let's watch them in action.
All right, let's do it.
I mean,
this
is last week.
They barely beat Penn State, and we all know how crappy Penn State is, and we've got a lot of Penn State alum in our newsroom, so that does make me happy when Penn State goes
Including
down.
the producer who's about to kill your mic.
That's fine. I don't care. I don't care. Ryan Breton, my boy in the weather office. He's a big Penn State. Dana Osgood, my girl in the weather office. Oh, they all went to Penn State. I love it when they lose. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Did I make that clear enough? Anyway, we all know what Penn State is.
This is USC and Oregon that we're talking about.
They barely beat Iowa, 18-16. Iowa isn't great. They lost to Indiana. Look, they're the second best team in the country. While Oregon's really good, they're not the elite Oregon team of the last couple of years. With all that said, I still think they beat USC. USC's having a great year. They're 8-2. They lost to the 23rd ranked Illinois.
Fighting Illini?
Illini, thank you. I was like, wait a second, I'm having a brain fart. What are they?
Illini?
What is Illinois? By 2 points. They beat Michigan at home. Lost to Notre Dame. They beat Iowa at home. Goldie, this is interesting.
I'm ready.
All right. Their coach is Lincoln Riley. All right.
We have USC highlights, by the way. They played Iowa last week in the rain. Iowa coached by Kirk Ferentz, who used to coach at the University of Maine.
No way.
But carry on.
Oh, I hope we see him in this. Lincoln Riley's coach at USC. He showed up there a few years ago. It was a big hire for USC. However, he is 0-4 against top 10 teams since he's been at USC.
His name James Franklin? Right? The guy from Penn State who could never win a big game, they're fired, right? Same thing.
Lincoln Riley is also only 1-7 against ranked teams on the road since he's been at USC. And this game, folks, is being played in Eugene, Oregon, home of
Nike.
the Oregon Ducks and Nike. That's right, home of Nike. That's right. Swoosh. Look, Oregon, they're a high-powered offense, and they get most of their points on the ground. They have one of the best running games in the country. They average 230 yards. In USC's 2 losses, they gave up monster rushing yards to Notre Dame. They gave up 306. They also gave up big rushing yards to the Illinois Fighting Illini. Thank you. 171 yards there. USC, and I think this is where the game gets won and lost here. USC is the 63rd best rushing defense in the country. It's not good. And Oregon has the 8th best rushing offense in the country. It's really good. Also, you're probably saying, wait, Todd, that's fine. That's all well and good. But USC is a really good passing team. They're ranked 10th in the country. And I'd be like, yes, you are correct, sir, or ma'am. You are correct. But this is where I think it gets lost. Oregon has the best passing defense in the entire country.
Then why is the over-under so high?
I don't know. Maybe we should go under.
I mean, it's
you want to do that?
Almost 60.
Let's do that.
No.
No?
I don't
I almost said screw it. Let's do it.
I don't think so. Like,
Okay, my point is-
the line is 60 for a reason.
Look, I don't think USC is going to be able to score the way they are normally scoring, which is through the air, because Oregon's pass defense is the best. And I think Oregon can keep doing what they do, which is run the ball and run the ball and run the ball, because USC can't stop the run. So my bet here is let's give the 9.5 points and let's take the Ducks of Eugene, Oregon.
My bets are similar in regard to what you're talking about the rushing attack.
Yeah.
So Oregon really is the college version of the Detroit Lions, too. They've got 2 guys who get it done. So Noah Whittington has 8 touchdowns so far this season. He's their leading rusher. Jordan Davison has 12 touchdowns. He's like their touchdown specialist.
He is.
So because the USC can't stop the run, Oregon's going to pound the rock all day. I've got them both for anytime touchdowns.
Oh, nice.
So a Noah Whittington anytime touchdown and a Jordan Davison anytime touchdown gets you plus 162. Okay, I'll take that.
Let's go.
If you want to throw in Oregon just to win, or maybe take the points but bring it down a little bit if you want to, whatever, it bumps it up even that much more. So you get plus money either way. So either go with the 2 of those, throw in Oregon if you want to beef it up just a little bit.
Cool.
Okay?
There you go.
All right, after a week away, Premier League is back, and that means our soccer aficionado from across the pond is back as well. Will Nash, who has been on fire with his soccer picks this year, has this week's Premier Pick of the Week.
Hi Lee, hi Todd. Good to be back after the international break in Europe, back for some more Premier League this weekend. This weekend I've gone for the North London derby. Arsenal will be hosting Tottenham Hotspurs. Two teams in pretty decent form. Arsenal topping the Premier League, really playing very well, not giving up many goals. Tottenham, big improvement on last year. Scored quite a few goals, but a little bit leaky at the back. Arsenal have the home advantage. I don't see them losing to their arch rivals, Tottenham, in this game. I do think both teams will score though, so I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. Good luck.
All right, Arsenal
well, thank
wins,
you.
and each team scores a goal, so that's a bet you can make.
Okay.
You don't have to be specific to 2-1. You can just do that
Just say
each team will at
either.
least
Okay.
score,
All right.
and that Arsenal wins, and then that gets you your bet. So, yeah.
Oh wow, plus 600.
Well,
Woo!
that's an exact score.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know that I would trust.
I mean,
I
I
love
would
Will.
assume if you do your bet, what you're saying,
It's still going to be plus money.
Yeah, it's gonna be like plus
Yeah,
three
It's still be
something or
plus
maybe
money.
four
That
something.
each team is at least going to score. So that's
Yeah.
the way I'm going.
All right.
All right. We have a lot of fun when we talk about gambling. For some people, it's a problem. So if you or somebody you know has a gambling issue, there's help out there for you. You can always contact the confidential helpline at 211. Visit 211main.org. Information, resources available to you. The helpline, the website, always available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, quick programming note for you. Wanna-bet-sters who tune in here every Thursday. Guess what next Thursday is?
Turkey Day.
It's football giving. So we're going to do Wanna-Bet live for you next Tuesday. Okay, 2 days early. That means our
boy.
research team is going to have to
We're gonna have to
spend the
work really
weekend
fast.
researching
Oh my
on
gosh.
next Tuesday, right? Because
I'm gonna
Thursday,
get
of
this
course,
all
is
in.
Thanksgiving. So next Tuesday, we're going to stuff you with all the information you need to make money on Turkey Day. So
Yeah.
we'll see you for a special Tuesday Wanna-Bet and get you ready for the Turkey Day games next weekend.
All right.
All right?
All right.
Get out there, let's make some money. It all starts
Go get 'em.
tonight
Good luck.
with the Bills and the Texans. Come on.